What is going on, guys? My name is the Yellow Jama and welcome back to another video. I hope you guys have been enjoying the new edits I've been doing lately. They've actually been a lot of fun. Now that in today's video we're going to go back to deck profiles. Today I'll be doing the deck profile of Yosenju control or something. I don't know if it has a different kind of official name, but it's what I'm calling it. And these are kind of my things: a token if I need it, and my field center. Now something you may notice about this is that like the card looks a little funky because they're down there. Yeah, it's because I just printed it out. And I've done that with a few of the cards in this deck just for the purposes of being able to show it off live like this rather than on something like Dueling Book, because I'm going to be able to show it to you guys, and I like doing them more this way than on Dueling Book. I've tried it and I didn't really like it that much. If I have to, I will do it on Dueling Book, but I'd rather not. So, and it's only a few of the cards. It's not like a majority of the deck. It's like maybe 9 cards. But anyways, deck profile. That's why you're here, isn't it? Start off with 3 Yosenju, 1. The main monsters you're going to want to summon this are Yosenju, 1, 2, and 3. They are the best ones, obviously. Because in this deck, you really don't care about special summoning, so you play a lot of anti-special summoning cards. Or cards that completely destroy the field. Because for those who don't know, Yosenju monsters are like false spirit monsters. They return to the hand during the end phase, but they are not, or they return to the hand during the end phase to turn their normal summoned. But they're not actually spirit monsters. So, and each of them has their own different little effects, but they all share the effect of, when it's normal summoned, you can activate the effect to normal summon another Yosenju monster from your hand, which is really, really good, and makes the deck work well because you can swarm the field with them very, very quickly. Common 1 has the effect of, while you control another Yosenju monster or card. Another Yosenju monster, you can target a face-up monster your opponent controls and bounce it to the hand. Face-up card, not monster. Face-up card. So what you can do there is you can like kaiju an opponent's monster and then bounce the kaiju and then kaiju again. And if you got another one, you can do it again and again, which I've done before, and it's actually really funny to do that. Next up, you play 3, 2. 2 has the same effect of the normal summon, but when this card is on the field, it can attack your opponents directly, but it does half the damage. That's all there is to it. It just does half damage. 3. I think 3 is the second best to 1, because the fact of when your Yosenju monster inflicts battle damage, you get to search your deck for any, well, other than 3, you get to search your deck for any Yosenju card, which is really good because you normal summon 2 and then normal summon 3. You poke with 2 and then 3 lets you search, and you can search for this one, Tusaki, or however you say the name, and it works like an honest, and you can boost up your monster to beat over something. But for the, sorry about the camera shake. But for the other Yosenju monsters I play 2 Izna. Izna was just really, really good support that they had gotten. Not only because of the fact of you can discard it so your opponent can't respond to the summons of your Yosenjus. And if you control another Yosenju monster while this is on the field, you can just draw a card, which is really, really good, because playing its control deck, you need to be able to keep getting more and more cards in your hand. That's why Demise was so good in this deck, because you could activate Demise, draw 3 cards, set your stuff, proceed to end phase, discard whatever extra stuff you had, and then choose to resolve the effect of Yosenju monsters to bounce them to hand. So you didn't really lose anything with Demise. And then to finish off the Yosenju monsters, I played 2 Tushi, or Tusake, however you pronounce it. This one's pretty alright. It works as an honest, kind of like in hand, where it gives you your Yosenju monster an extra 1,000 attack points by discarding it. Or when it's on field, you can target a Yosenju monster, including itself, and it just gains 1,000 attack into the end phase, which is nice. Just that nice little 1,000-point boost. Always welcomed. Allows 2 to hit a little harder. I think this is really, really good. I actually only recently thought about this, but Gamma, and the driver obviously, but 3 Gamma, because of the fact of they're going to bounce your hand during your end phase. So during your opponent's turn, if you have a Gamma, it doesn't matter, because you want to go first as deck, and it doesn't matter then if you have a Gamma in hand, because during your opponent's turn, you're not going to have any monsters. So Gamma is just really, really good in this. And you can make Omega and loop another card of the opponent's hand, and then again, you're removing that monster from your field until the next standby phase, so you just don't have monsters on your field. So I like that, and I think it's a really neat little card. I completely forgot about putting in this deck a while ago. 3 Fire Formation Tenki. This is basically your Rota for the deck. It searches any Beast Warrior, and it gives them an additional 100 attack points, which that attack point boost doesn't really matter, other than, I guess, for 2. but nonetheless, it's a welcomed small boost. Now, this is the big card that I didn't think about until, again, just recently. Pot of Extravagance, because you don't care about your extra deck. And Desires you don't want to play because you care about the cards you have in your deck. Those are important. You can also play Duality. I forgot about Duality, but I think this works better. You can definitely play both, since Duality adds instead of draws, so it gets around Extravagance. But Extravagance is really nice because you don't care about your extra deck and you care about resources more, so you can just banish it away and then you draw. There are only 4 cards really in the extra deck you care about. I do play some extras just because it's nice to have them. And the last spell card is 1 double or nothing, because you just put out level 4s like it's nobody's business, and so making Utopia double is insanely easy. Onto the traps, we play 3 Solemn Judgment just for a lot of negation, and 2 Solemn Strike. Stop special summons and the opponent's monster's effects. For some back row hate, I play Heavy Storm Duster. You could also play Harpy's Feather Duster, which I think might actually be a better choice. But Storm Duster is also good because you can blow up your own Floodgate if you need to, so that you can put out Utopia double and just swing for game. 2 Torrential Tribute, because again, you're not going to have any monsters during your opponent's turn. Or if it comes back to your turn, you can normal summon a Yosenju monster, activate effect, chain this, blow up the field. Or, actually, let me double check this. So I'm not entirely sure how it would work, but I think you can do it like that, or you might have to declare this and then use the effect of the Yosenju monster. But either way, I do believe that works. 2 Swords thing, you could play 3 of this, but this is another one of the really good support cards they had gotten, where you reveal up to 2 Yosenju monsters. If you control the monsters, you can reveal up to 2 Yosenju monsters with different names in hand. Target the same number of face-up cards your opponent controls and bounce them to the hand. It's just really good because your opponent is already going to know the Yosenju monsters you have in hand because you would have summoned them and then returned them to hand. So it doesn't matter, and you just get to bounce 2 of your opponent's cards. And then one-ups, I play 1 Drowning Mirror Force, 1 Secret Move, 1 Rivalry, 1 Lose 1 Turn, and 1 Macros Cosmos. Macros Cosmos can really just shut down some decks where they just can't play. Now, if you want to change it to any of the ratio of these, it's very easy. You would just take out one of them. I would always recommend keeping in the Macros Cosmos, though. Macros Cosmos and Lose 1 Turn, I think those are the 2 that you should always stay in. But these you can feel free to rotate into any kind of ratio that you want. On the extra deck, Great Fly, just a nice little wind booster. If like you can put 3 of them on the field and then 2 with this little bit of boost, it can push for game. It comes up sometimes. Firefighting Darmadol. Or Darumadol. This is really interesting, and I found this back when I first played the deck because I needed some extra deck Beast Warriors, and I found this, and it's really neat because you can blow up your Fire Formation Tenny to destroy an opponent's spell or trap as well. And then when it destroys a monster of battle, you can add back one of your Yosenju monsters that's in your graveyard or banished. So if you have Macros Cosmos up and it got banished because you discarded it or whatever, this can still retrieve it, which I find is very, very interesting. Because once you use Tenny to search, you don't really care about it. So at that point, it's just clogging up a spell or trap zone. 1 Underclock Taker, just because if you put 4 on the field and then Utopia double, you are guaranteed game. 1 Borload, because sometimes you will actually summon 4 of them at a time. But again, the extra deck you don't really care too much about, other than like 4 monsters you actually care about. So you can kind of just play whatever, but I think Borload is a good choice. It has come up quite a few times, actually. And then we play the Utopia double in Utopia, because again, we spam level 4s like it's nobody's business. And this is the main go-to game winner. As long as double or nothing is still in your deck, you just make this and kind of smack your opponent for game. 1 Harpy's Pet Phantasmal Dragon. This is actually a really cool card, and I actually really like it a lot. Even though it's 3 level 4 wins, it'd be nice if it was 2, but 3 is fine for its effect of it can attack directly, and your opponent can't target Harpy monsters with effects or attacks. But during each end phase, you have to detach material from this card. So this is really interesting because you just summon this. Your opponent can't attack this, and I'm pretty sure that means they can't attack you directly either. And your opponent can't mess with it with card effects or target it. Yeah, they cannot target, but it's just the fact that it can smack directly for 2,000 while also being unaffected. The next monster followed up with that is Heartland Draco. It has the same thing of being able to attack directly, but you have to control a face-up spell, which will be your Tenny. But that's why I played this, is in case I don't have the spell, I can make this instead and still get off the direct attack for 2,000 damage. Yeah, and you also have to detach for this one. So this one you get 3 turns out of it, and it just has protection. Oh, well, you have a face-up spell that your opponent can't target this. But still, I think Harpies is better, just because of the protection that it has, and it can do it 3 times attacking directly. Babushka, plan B. If you just don't open good enough, you need to stall for a little bit, you just make Babushka. I really hope they release the Lost Art of Babushka. I really like that. Tiger King. It's just 2 level 4 your Beast Warriors, and you get to set that Fire Formation Tenny into your spell and trap zone. And if you somehow manage to get all 3 Tennies on the field... Oh yeah, and it also negates the effects of all face-up monsters in the field except Beast Warriors until the end of your opponent's turn. If you detach material, I forgot you had that effect. I could have used that quite a few times, but if he's destroyed and you happen to have all 3 Tennies on the field, you can send them to the graveyard and summon 2 of your Yosenjus. Cowboy for game, because Cowboy for game. Abyss Dweller, in case you're playing a deck that will really suffer from it, you can kind of just make this going first along with your back row to just kind of shit on the opponent even more. 1 Tornado Wall, or Tornado Dragon, just to destroy some back row. Castel, just get rid of monsters if you need to. And then 1 Omega for the Gamma, because Omega and taking cards out of the opponent's hand is very, very good. And that's it for the deck profile, guys. I do want to say one thing real quick, because this will probably be coming out fairly soon. I do want to let this be known just so that people are aware of it. This channel it's in between PG and PG-13, because I'm not always going to stay super censored, but it's not always going to be PG. I'm not just going to be throwing around curses just because to do it. I don't think it really adds anything to it, but I just want to let it be known that there may be cursing here or there on the channel. It's to be expected from a teenager and his friends, which I do plan on releasing some videos with my friend very, very soon. So look forward to that. And yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that just so that you're aware. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this deck profile. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what your favorite Yosenju monster is in the comments below, and I will see you all in the next video. Roll the outro.